Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rewind and Replay. I'm Matan.
I'm Adriana.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Josh.
I cut you off. This time it was me. I was the bad guy this time.
What about Josh?
Forgot about Josh. Well, today we have brought Josh on, as well as our good friend Merrick, to GM another tabletop game for us. This time a Pokemon RPG. Merrick, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so this game is a homebrew that I made based off an existing game called Pokéthulu by Cumberland Games, which is a parody Lovecraftian take on Pokemon.
That's fun.
That when I read, I was like, for a parody, there's some like good stuff in here. So I sort of redid it back into being normal Pokemon and added stuff like items and like status effects, just like expanded the combat system, did some other cool things to it to make it a little bit more like the games, because I thought that would be fun.
It was a great idea. I was a huge Pokemon kid. This hat I'm wearing is from the Pokemon 10th anniversary, which I went to. I was like, I spent so much money on Pokemon shit as a kid.
Same.
I'm really fun. It's really fun. I always like tried to like come up with like RPGs that we could like imagine for Pokemon.
Oh,
I'm
me
glad
too.
Somebody's made a made a physical rule book for this.
But you know what, Matan? For all the money you spent on Pokemon, you only have one item in your hat. Oof.
I only have one clothing item. I have
unfortunate.
Here it goes.
Many cards.
I like that you have them at your desk.
I was ready.
Yeah.
I was ready.
I was ready. Hey,
you know what I have? Nothing. No Pokemon stuff.
Ooh.
You know what's a Pokemon thing that doesn't cost money though? Is this game, which you can download for free from my Patreon. Patreon.com/onlyonemerrick. Link in the doobly-doo. Check it out.
Free transition. That'll be linked in the description.
Yeah. So are we ready to begin?
I wanted to take one moment to appreciate Merrick and Caitlin's outfits right now.
And yours is very nice.
Yeah, I've got some Misty going on. I used to have a Togepi. I don't know what happened to her. Somewhere in moving a lot with college and everything. She's
got jealous.
In a box somewhere, but
you've got Eevee. You've got Eevee there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like Hilda's wrist things that are like black and pink, and a Pikachu, but they're somewhere.
Yeah. In a box somewhere.
In a box.
I've got a Frumpkin. Is this anything?
No.
I don't even know what that is.
No.
I don't know what that's from.
It's from Crit Roll. But anyway.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't count. Not Pokemon.
All right, then let's get started.
All right, cool. Well, so the idea behind this one shot is that you are all very brand new. You've not done any really like Pokemon training in particular before, but are thinking about joining the life. So you, as it happens, your hometown has a short little 1-week summer camp that is meant as a introduction to Pokemon training that your parents have all agreed to send you to sort of like experience what Pokemon training is like, see if that's like really what you want to be doing, and if so, get your like practice at it. So this one shot is included in the rules that I wrote for this, and it's designed to introduce the mechanics like one in-game day at a time, basically, so that you can easily learn while playing, ideally. So all of your parents all drop you off at the designated start time. There's a very short walk through the woods up to where the camp is, where you are immediately met by 2 teenage girls, one of whom is in just a pretty standard like t-shirt and jeans, is a little bit taller, blonde, ponytail, has kind of like a scowling expression on her face. The other is a little bit shorter, and she's dressed more. She has like khaki shorts and like a plaid vest. She like looks like she's a little bit more ready for outdoor life. black glasses, short black hair. The taller one, as you approach, immediately goes, "All right, listen up, nerds, because I'm only going to say this once. Welcome to Pokemon Camp. You are officially under our thumb as of now." The other one then immediately goes, "Hi, I'm Lila. This is Chrissy. We're going to be your camp counselors along with our grandpa Garrett. I'm really excited to meet you all." The first one then goes, "That's right. And rule number 1 here is you all have to do whatever we say." Lila,
How old are they?
they're like teenagers. They look like maybe like 15, 16
Okay.
at the most, probably.
And is it just the 4 of us and this little gaggle? I imagine there are more people.
Nope, it's just the 4 of you.
Cool.
It's only a 1-week camp, so they can like do cycles easily instead of having to get everyone in there all at once.
That's right.
Lila immediately adds, "Actually, rule number 1 here is not to go into the woods unsupervised, because like they're wild Pokemon, they look pretty close to the boundary of the camp, and they get a little cranky if you just go in there and disturb them." The first one, Chrissy.
Merrick, would you move the mic away from your mouth a little bit?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go. We're getting the plosives.
Yeah. This is a new mic, so I'm not
Gotcha.
adjusted to like where it needs to be. The other one was dying, so I had to have it like but this continues sort of back and forth for a while, with Chrissy trying to do a kind of like macho intimidation thing and Lila cutting her off to be like, "This is where the facilities are.
Can I
This
do
is
something?
where like the main camp." Yes.
So, who's the cool one? Something.
Lila
And Chrissy. Okay, so the 3 of you, I think, would see just like this kind of short, redheaded girl step up and point at Lila like, "You're cool," and at the other one, "You fucking suck." And I would like to attempt to hit her in the shin with my foot.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What's that gonna?
Are you gonna
She's being mean.
you're just gonna like kick her? Also,
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick her.
your character is like 11 years old, right?
She's 10. Woo!
Do you actually curse?
I'll say you're freaking mean.
Okay.
Fine.
It's
I
important
like
to
swearing.
establish.
This is true.
Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and find out together how skill tests work in this game? So basically,
Hey.
it is a D12 based system. Whenever you are going to try to do something, I'm going to make this an opposed roll actually. So you're going to take your 3 dice.
All 3?
Yeah, I'm going to say that
Okay.
this is you take a number of dice equal to the difficulty, which is either simple, tricky, or hard. I'm going to say that she's not expecting this, so this is going to be simple. A simple athletics check. So you roll all 3 dice, and if any are equal to or less than your athletics,
Equal to.
then that succeeds. Or actually, I'm gonna have her roll the dodge. So you're trying to beat each other's best roll.
I don't know what number I'm supposed
Wait.
to get, but okay.
You're trying to get the highest number that is equal to or lower than your athletics.
Okay, so 6.
Okay. She flubbed that. All right, you successfully kick her in the shin.
Wait, hold on. I'd like a clarification.
Yes.
When you're rolling a contest, the skill points that you put into skills doesn't matter. It's just who gets the higher roll.
It's who gets the higher roll that is still within. You cannot use rolls that are higher than your skill.
Okay.
So like Adrian's athletics was 6, right?
Yeah.
So
but
if
I
you
rolled a
rolled
9
7,
and a 1.
Yeah.
So I can't count the 9 because my max athletics is 6.
Yeah. And the 1 is like really low.
Garbage.
Similarly, she rolled 2 1s and a 10, and 10 is higher than her athletics, so she can't use the 10, and both her 1s are lower than.
Okay, so you don't have to use the highest. You can use whichever one you want.
Well, you have to use the one below your.
Yeah, you have to use below your skill.
But
And
she rolled a 9, so she
Yeah.
doesn't have to use the 9.
Because my
Exactly.
athletics isn't 9. I can't.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like you wouldn't fail it.
Right.
Yeah,
I
you
see what you're
don't
saying.
feel- you roll however many dice, and you pick whichever die you're keeping for the resolution for each thing.
Gotcha.
Personally. And then so you do that. Lila sort of turns and goes like, "Oh my god, wow, that was so inappropriate of you, camper."
She's being inappropriate.
I just kind of lean over to whichever one of you is standing next to me, Josh or Matan. Which one would be standing?
Yeah, who you want to say?
I'll say Josh is standing near me, and I'm like, "Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
So rude."
Yeah, you know what? I'm out of here. Dilly walks away. He's gonna start walking away.
I'm just
Lila
gonna
is
stand
gonna
there like, what?
chase over. Why don't you both describe your characters?
Caitlin, you go first.
Yeah, so her name is Willow. She has short blue hair, and she's just really adorable.
How old is she?
She's 11 years old, and she's very athletic body, very strong. She wears like very athletic clothes, like shorts and just a t-shirt. And it probably says like swimming or something. She's a swimmer. She loves being outside, so she's got like tan skin. Heck yeah.
Cool.
Dilly looks like that kid from Lucian or whatever. Very like pale black hair. Okay. And just kind of looks like what is it? Like very imagine a 6-year-old goth pretty much. And that's Dilly.
Lila is gonna chase her and be like, I know that this maybe isn't the greatest first impression, but Chrissy is gonna behave herself going on, right, Chrissy? So that we don't get in contractual trouble. Chrissy is like was like raising her hand.
It's not
and just like
it's not her that I'm worried about. It's all this. I'm gonna go. Bye.
Lila is gonna sort of like kneel down to like get at your eye level and try to give you like a general pep talk of like, no, camp's gonna be super fun, I promise. Like this is not how it normally is, etc.
All right. But
right.
she gets the lead.
Lila's like, all right. Anyway, so the main cabin is over here. Why don't we all go over and put your things there, and then we can meet around where the campfire is to maybe have some more pleasant introductions. What is Bartholomew's reaction to all of this?
Bartholomew's kind of stunned. He also being a 14-year-old has a crush on Lila and Chrissy.
Immediately. Wait, both of them?
Both of them. So he's kind of like Brock in that way. So he's just he's just staying in line. He's doing what they say.
Okay. He's immediately marches to the cabin. So yeah, to give an idea of as Lila would be introducing as well. So basically there's a large cabin. It's co-ed where all of the beds are. There's an outhouse. There is kind of like an outdoor kitchen area that's like over an overhang and has like a bunch of outdoor cabinets where stuff is and a countertop to prepare food on. There's a bonfire pit. There's like behind the cabin, there's a laundry line and stuff. There's a pump that brings water up from a natural well underground. As is eventually explained to you, Garrett, their grandpa who runs this place theoretically, sleeps in a tent that's kind of like on the edge of the camp underneath a really giant ash tree because he likes to sort of like full rough it in a way, basically. When you all collect in the center area, he emerges from the tent, and this is so he's like a large kind of like mountain man looking dude who is like, you have never seen so much khaki in your life. Like everything this guy is wearing, you would not be surprised if he had khaki socks. Like that's what we're talking about here. So he is after he insists that everyone get into kind of like a little bit of a circle, and he's like, all right, well, to start out, why don't we all get to know a little bit about each other let's go around and introduce yourself. And I know that everyone here has at least one Pokemon, so why don't you introduce your Pokemon and tell us how you got it. Let's go and start with Bartholomew and just go clockwise.
Hey, what's up, you guys? My name's Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
Hi. This is Trico. His name is also Trico because I didn't want to confuse him. Thank you. I got him because my mom said it was time. I've been saying I wanted to be a Pokemon trainer for a long time, but I'm already 14, which is basically 60 in Pokemon trainer years. So she brought me a Trico. She sent me to camp.
Geralt chuckles and is like, you're never too old to start becoming a Pokemon trainer. I mean, look at me. I'm like still training Pokemon even now, despite being years old.
Thanks, Gramps.
What does Gramps look like? Other than khaki.
Yeah, so other than just like a wall, like so Dilly, since you're like 6 years old and small, you probably just see like a wall of khakis.
Yeah,
basically. But he's very large. He's like a very fit man with like a huge, like kind of almost like borderline Rick Van Winkle beard. Probably, I'm gonna go ahead and say that he has a hat that like you feel like it can't possibly be made out of khaki, but yet somehow you think like that wouldn't make any sense, and yet it seems like it is. He's large, but it's like a muscular large. Like he's got kind of, I guess he's got a little bit of a lumberjack vibe to him as well. So yeah. Did you say how you got the Trico?
I've been saying I want to be a Pokemon trainer, but I never did it. So my mom came home with a Trico about a week ago, and she said, "Hey, you're going to camp."
Nice. My headcanon is gonna be that she just like stole it from some.
She stole it.
All right. Well, I believe next up is Dilly.
Yeah, hey y'all. My name is Dilly.
Hi, Dilly.
Hey. Anyway, so I got my Sableye here, and I just kind of like roll my Pokeball out. His name is Lil Buddy.
Oh, hi, little buddy.
I got him in the mines on my family's farm, and I like to take him over to the convenience stores and show him. And Sableye is like doing its Sableye thing, and then you see Dilly start doing the same thing.
They just start doing the idle animation.
The idle
I
animation.
kind of start also like doing it, trying to copy.
And then,
Sorry, Dilly, do you work in the mines?
No, my family has a mine. No.
Okay.
And a little buddy here was in it.
Okay.
But anyway, I like to take him to the convenience store, and then when he's doing that, I go and do the same thing, and I put everything in my pockets.
Chrissy like nods in approval, and Lila like sort of gasps.
My
like
headcanon
looks at Garrett, and then Garrett just sort of like kids today.
My headcanon here is that your parents meant to send you to like a juvenile delinquents camp, and they sent you to the wrong one.
And then they were like, "Wait, does that exist in the Pokemon universe?"
Yeah.
There's be a trainer, close enough. We'll send him to be an RPG hero. They're allowed to steal things. Whatever. All right, excellent. Willow.
Hi everyone, I'm Willow. This is Piplup here. His name is Pip. And we met while I was going swimming one day, and I kind of got lost, and I was really scared. And Piplup showed up, and I named him Pip right there. I said, "Hi, Pip," and Pip swam me back to my parents. And ever since then, me and Pip have been together.
Lila's like, "That's adorable."
Yeah.
Chrissy is like, is just sort of like looking off, like as if she's not paying attention to this story, basically. And Gary is like, that's classic right there. Like a bond between a trainer and their first Pokemon is always something unique and incredible. But which is a thing that we'll get into actually in just a moment. It's one of the first and most important things to learn about being a trainer. But before that, young Miss Lottie.
Hi, I'm Lottie. Hi. This is Hamlet, and you see a little Tepig pop out of my Pokeball, and I start just playing with his tail. Well, when I was 5, and I remember this really well, my memory is really good. When I was 5, I wanted a Pokemon for Christmas, and so my mom took me to like a pig pen. It was like a farm for Pokemon, and I picked Hamlet.
Why is his name Hamlet?
Because he's ham.
I guess it was to be.
Yeah. Hey.
Educated 6-year-old.
Yeah.
No, I'm dumb.
That was a lucky guess. It was a lucky guess. Chrissy.
He's ham. He's a piglet.
Sends out her Purloin. This is Mauser.
Mauser.
She was a stray. We adopted her. That's really it. And she immediately returns her Pokeball.
Heck yeah.
Lila sends out. This is Smokey, the Houndour.
Hi, Smokey.
So Mauser just sort of like came out and was like not paying attention, was just like licking its paw, and then went back in. Smokey like immediately starts sort of like sniffing around and being like more active, like dog stuff, essentially.
Yeah.
When you say its name, he like looks up and is like, and Lila explains that she got him as a Christmas present when he was a puppy from her parents.
Cute.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, but yours is like a pig.
Then return, and then Garrett, this is Boggo, and sends out a Tyranitar. He's had a while to like train stuff, so his first Pokemon is a big boy now.
The cackiest Pokemon.
The Jurassic Park. I happened to know another veteran trainer who was willing to trade me him when he was much smaller than he is now, for just a Rattata that I had happened to catch, that had been it was a tutorial on how to catch things by a weird old professor. So yeah, not now. As I was saying, the bond between a trainer and their Pokemon is a very special thing, and interestingly, it is a thing that actually grows through adversity. It's been discovered that and proven, and this is one of the reasons that Pokemon training is the way that it is, that as you struggle alongside your Pokemon, both of you will help each other grow. And with that, I'm going to introduce a little bit of a mechanic here, which is trainer cards. So I'm going to deal you each 2 cards, and starting now, you may play these on each other at any time to resolve their effects. In reading them, you may notice that the effects of them aren't great. They're kind of bad. Why would you want to do this to your friends? Well, the answer is because when it becomes time to train or like level up, essentially, your Pokemon, you can cash in cards that have been played on you for benefits in leveling it up, essentially.
How do we zoom in on them? They're kind of hard to read.
So you can mouse wheel to zoom in on them, or if you hold down Alt while moused over it, it will bring up like a big
hold on, Alt, gotcha.
Screen. Yeah, which is going to be easier probably than going over there. So yeah, you can play these on each other at any time. I'll get more into like what the benefits of it are when we get to training day later on. But if you have a card played on you, go ahead and keep it in your backpack for later.
And we use them like anytime?
Yep, literally at any point where they would do something, you can just play them on another one of your buds here.
And that'll give them a bonus eventually.
It'll give them a bonus later. It will obviously, as you can see from the effect text, it will inconvenience them in either a small or
Briefly.
large way for a hot minute. Yeah.
Can you only play one at a time, or could you be like, boom,
You
boom?
just jam someone up with
Yeah.
both. If you really wanted to, yeah.
I want to use one.
What?
I want to use one.
You want to use
Bro.
it
Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Live demo.
Yeah. So Tepig is kind of just like right next to the bonfire because fire Pokemon, and he's loving it. He's playful. He's trying to hang out with everyone else. So Hamlet goes up to Pip and it's like, "Hey, come play with me." And Pip just gets a little bit too close to the fire. And the target player's active Pokemon forgets how to do one of its moves until the end of its next battle. Brain freeze.
Wow.
So it's thing about fire and not water. And I'm sorry, Caitlin.
It's a brain melt.
Wow.
All right. So let me go ahead.
Hey, you get a bonus later.
That's
Sure.
true.
So go ahead and put that card into your backpack so that we don't lose
Okay.
track of it.
Her backpack or my backpack?
My backpack.
I'm going to roll
I
a
think my backpack.
4.
Yeah, yours, Caleb.
Oh, so are you rolling for which move I lose?
Yeah. So we're gonna
About that.
4. So it forgets how to do its guard move
Oh, perfect. That's the one I was gonna. I wanted it to forget.
until the
Go.
end of its next battle. Which I guess we technically we will know from later on. Oh, speaking of battling though, so Garrett goes, as I can imagine, I'm pretty sure that you kids are probably, when I'm saying things about struggling together and facing adversity and all this, you're imagining battling. Well, battling is for trainers that know a little bit more about what they're doing than you fresh-faced youngsters. So before we get into battling, we're going to actually learn how to do a different thing, which is contests. And I will explain the full rules for those tomorrow, but be thinking about an accessory that you might want to put onto your Pokemon to make it look like a little bit neater.
Style it up.
Style it up.
Wait, are these like the ones that were in Diamond and Pearl?
Yes.
Like I
One
used
of the
to
mechanics
love
that I added to this
those.
game.
Nice.
So I figure that it's like a good way to do, and Garrett is like, it's a good way to do competition without just straight up having to duke it out amongst each other. But for the rest of the day, you kids are free to do pretty much whatever you want. So we're gonna do a little bit of a time skip here to get to full on night. But how do you all generally goof around the camp when left to your own devices?
Shut up, Lila.
Lila is going to be like, whenever you are talking to her, she's gonna be like, she's always half paying attention because she always has one eye on all of the other kids.
Right.
And I sure hope none of them have started eating rocks or something.
I am a camper to her. I have no chance. Yeah.
But you don't think you are.
But Matan knows that Bartholomew does not have a chance. Bartholomew does not think that.
Gotcha.
Are there any like lakes or pools or anything like that around that I can go swimming in?
There's nothing to go swimming in here. If you ask about it, Lila will mention that there is going to be a field trip to a lake that's further out into the woods on a future day.
Okay.
But she will remind you that, again, go into the woods unsupervised. So you're just gonna have to be patient for now. There's if you want to have just Piplup play around in the water, there's the water pump that you can get to working on if you want to. And there's a big wash tub for laundry and stuff out in the back of the cabin as well. So Piplup can swim.
I'll go to the water fountain and play with Piplup while Piplup swims.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know your name. Hey, you got paint? Yeah. I'm talking to one of the counselor.
All right, we'll say Chrissy. So she's like, What do you want paint for, Squirt?
Just give me paint.
I will not do that.
All right, well, I'm gonna find the paint, and then you'll be sorry.
You are. Oh, she like checks her pockets to make sure of something, and then you know what? Yeah, you go ahead and look for paint, champ. You do your best.
I'm gonna pick her pocket.
All right, make a misbehavior roll to try to pick a teenager's pocket without them.
How? What? So all 3 of my die.
And I'm gonna say this is hard because come on.
Two of my die or one of my die?
So for hard, you only use one of your die, unless whenever you use whatever your attribute you've marked.
No, it's not lucky.
You always do all 3 dice, regardless of what I say the difficulty is.
Damn it! I rolled too good.
That I don't know what your misbehavior is, but I'm sure that it's
lower than that, just a little bit.
You just like walk up to her and immediately start trying to.
Was that a 10?
It was 11. Yeah. Oof. You hear the jangle of keys as like she like sort of like steps away from you and is like, "What the heck do you think you're doing, bud?"
I'm getting that paint.
There is no paint. Get out of my face before I give you the biggest wedgie you've ever had in your life.
Okay. Well, I don't think you're allowed to touch me. But anyway, see you, nerd.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Chrissy, if you want to give me a wedgie, like, that'd be okay. No, I'm joking. No, I thought he does not say that.
Okay. Recanted immediately.
Yep.
All right. What's Lottie up to?
Lottie and Tepig are like parkouring everywhere. So like on like the shitty wooden benches. Yeah, we're just gonna like run on top of that shit. We're gonna try and run up the outside of the wall.
Like stumps and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Parkour.
Cool. All right. So, it eventually, as it often happens with time, becomes nighttime, and Chrissy is like, all right, it's time for everyone to gather around the fire for spooky stories. And Lila's like, I don't know if we need to, and Chrissy's way louder, spooky story.
Yeah.
It's time. This is mandatory. And Garrett goes, oh, you kids have fun. I'm gonna be in my tent if you need me. And he like trundles off.
As he walks away, I'm like, hey, guy, do you got paint? I want paint.
Gotta find a Smeargle.
He's we might have some somewhere around in the old tool shed, but it's too late for painting right now.
All right, thank you. That's all I needed. You go on.
He sort of looks at you and then just is less, oh, kids, and then walks away. This man is irresponsible.
As are most old people in Pokemon.
Yeah. All right. So, here's how Spooky Stories is going to work. So, Chrissy is going to start off to show you nerds how it's done. And basically what is going to happen is when it is your turn to tell a spooky story, you are going to make a misbehavior roll. And the highest roll you can use is what everyone else has to try to beat on a spirit roll in order to not get spooked. So
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, are the spooky stories mandatory? Can I not be here for them?
And it's like, nope, everyone has to. It's a bonding exercise. You want to bond, right, with your Pokemon and with your fellow trainers. It's important to bond and share struggle and everything. Don't you know? Lila has kind of like a very similar expression to you, but is like not speaking up about this.
Are you like older than me?
Chrissy is like.
No, I am saying this at Caitlin's character. You like older than me? Like they're not real.
Yeah, but it's still scary.
No, most scary stories are real. I do.
Yeah.
Chrissy is like, that's true, especially this one, and she's gonna start telling her spooky story.
Like scared. I'm like the second oldest here. I'm not scared. I think we could do much more productive things with our time.
So Chrissy's spooky story is all right. So the number to beat is 5. So everybody take 2 dice and make a spirit roll.
Mine is lucky, so I do 3.
Oh yeah, so you get to roll all 3.
Oh, it's 3, cool.
If
if it's lucky.
Spirit is lucky.
Oh,
My
okay.
spirit is lucky. So.
Oh wow. You all spect especially to ruin Chrissy's day.
Quattro.
Okay.
Wait, how do you roll them? Do you just like shake it?
You can shake
can
them a
right
bunch, or
click.
you can after you select them all, you can right click and hit roll, and it'll a bunch of times. And it'll like.
So what am I trying to get?
You are trying to get higher than 5, but equal to or under your spirit.
Well, I didn't.
Wait, but my spirit is 4.
Yeah. Mine's
That's a
3.
bummer.
So is that impossible?
Yeah. So Chris, because this difficulty check is made by, it's determined by what Chrissy's roll was, and since Chrissy rolled a 5,
Okay.
so you get spooked. Willow gets spooked.
I think Willow and I are like gripping each other, and I'm just like, I'm not scared. I'm just making sure that she's not
Yeah, I'm just
scared.
like, you're not scared. We're the two oldest
But
here.
so Chrissy's spooky story, by the way, is like, it's almost not really a story. It's basically like just a list of disturbing, very like graphic images of like blood and gore and stuff. There's not like a plot. It's basically like she's just trying to pack as much like, and then his hand got cut off, and then that hand cut off his leg, or like whatever. Like it's just gory nonsense essentially.
I'm holding Tepig because Tepig is warm.
Okay.
And the story is cold.
I'm good. I'm all set.
All right.
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Which
so,
is fail, but close.
Yeah, Lottie is also spooked. Lila is like very obviously like she's like pale at this, and she's like just kind of like sitting staring at her shoes, being quiet. All right, so Chris is like, yep, try to top that.
Yeah, all right. Well, that was nothing. So
Dilly was raised on the bayou. Dilly had to like fight 3 people just to get breakfast in the morning.
Either that, or he like wasn't paying attention to any of this. He was like thinking about. He was thinking about that shed.
Yeah.
Like how he's gonna get it.
thinking about that shed.
Yeah. All right. So with that, since you were not spooked by that one, why don't you tell the next one?
All right. How do I do? Just 2 rolls again?
Just 2 dice for misbehavior.
Okay.
Oh, ooga.
All right.
9 or 6? I
No,
can't
that's a
tell.
6. Yeah.
Okay.
And is
6.
that still under your misbehavior?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So this time 6 is the roll to beat.
What if I just can't beat it?
If you just can't beat it, then yeah, you're just scared by this one.
Auto fail.
Auto-fail.
All right.
Aren't you also auto fail?
Yeah. Fail.
All right. The holding each other continues.
That's how
how's
you tell a
Lottie?
story.
Lottie's just gonna like scoot over to the huddle circle.
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, I thought you weren't scared of these stories.
I'm not. Tepig wants hugs, okay? It's like really cold outside.
That's fair. Come on, Tepig.
I go with Tepig.
Oh wow. Your story. What is your story, by the way?
So Dilly gets up and little buddies with him, and they're like doing their little idle animation.
Uh-huh.
And Dilly's like, so one time I was out on the farm. It was like 9 p.m., you know, as late as it gets. And I saw 3 ghosts. And they were out there, and they were just like, boo. And I was like, ah.
All
It was
right.
scary.
What's
3?
what is
3.
I would like to use a trainer card.
Oh wow, another one. Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, go for it.
So as Dilly's telling the spooky story, Sableye gets scarier and scarier because it's a dark Pokemon. And eventually from behind Sableye, a dimensional rift opens.
Wait,
and
what?
Sableye just fucking disappears.
Wait, what?
Nope.
That's huge.
No,
Watch
What?
your step. A Pokemon of importance to the target player falls down a hole, dimensional rift, stairs, or some other exit to the scene. Do not return until a convenient time next scene.
What?
I think
How
that's
are you
what
gonna-
makes your story a 9 worth of scary because Sableye just
Jesus.
and
I'm gonna say this happens behind he doesn't notice that this occurs until he's just like, hey, where'd little buddy go?
Hey, where'd he go?
Dilly, how did you do that?
How'd I do what?
The ghosts
Well, even Chrissy is spooked at this. She's just like, what? What? All right,
What?
so go ahead and store that in your backpack.
He was beamed back up to the mothership.
He had to go to his own planet.
Yeah.
Hello,
Stabilize.
buddy.
All
Hello.
right. Chrissy's, that was, I don't know how you did that, but that definitely added a lot to that particular spooky story. I don't know if any of us are going to top that. Spooky stories are done.
Yeah.
But you know, since apparently we have some professional spooky storytellers, I'm going to start keeping track of how well everyone does on future nights, and I'm going to get a little prize together for the winner. We can make this a proper competition.
Okay.
So everyone think on how you're going to try to
We're gonna have
do better than that.
Story nights. This isn't our only one.
No, it's a bonding exercise. We always do bonding exercises here at camp, don't
There's
you?
a lot of other bonding exercises. What about singing campfire songs?
Yeah, are you dumb? It's not just spooky stories.
Yeah.
No, it's not. But at night it is.
But at night we can sing campfire songs together.
What about marshmallows?
Yeah.
S'mores.
Lila's like, we will definitely do marshmallows tomorrow night.
S'mores.
And yeah.
Fire.
But right now it's time for bed, everybody. Come on.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like,
Time
during
for
that-
bed, you guys.
During that whole conversation, Dilly had his Pokeball and was like trying to return.
Yeah, just like being
like-
returned in random directions.
And like you can just see like he's like
Yeah.
he's like so sad.
Both of the camp counselors are pretty sure that like either you did it on purpose and are like faking, or that this is like a Sableye thing that they just don't know about. And this Pokedex entry.
Which I suppose it is. You know, if we have to come up with some reason.
So there I'm sure he's just playing a goof on you of some kind.
Little buddy would play goof on me.
Um
I would play goofs with him. Now he's gone.
So once all of you get back into the main cabin and start like getting ready for bed and everything, the same rift just like opens up in the ceiling and drops Sableye on Dilly's bed, and the Sableye just sort of like plops down. It's just like,
Where you been? Where you been? Like you just hear me say that. Like,
he also does not know.
and then we just kind of do our little animations to each other.
Yeah. To calm down. All right. So night comes. Everybody goes to sleep, and
Does anyone have any trainer cards they want to use?
we have
a lot
6 more days of this.
We have a lot of game.
A lot of game left.
Don't necessarily feel like bust them all just right away, although that was pretty funny. Also, hey, here's a fun fact. Everyone except for Dilly has a really terrible nightmare of that. It's like hard to remember upon waking up. You just have like a vague impression of darkness coming for you in some capacity, and you feeling like it's very important to not get swallowed up by the darkness, but it's like gaining and you're having trouble escaping it.
We all have the same nightmare.
You don't know that, but yes. Except for Dilly. Dilly's
chilling.
Dilly's
vibing.
fine.
Dilly's dreaming of those sweet minds. Just
Yeah.
Dilly's
Dilly.
dreaming
Dilly.
about going over to a convenience store and getting some snowballs. That's what he's thinking about.
So next morning, Garrett, after a breakfast of berries and oatmeal. There's like every flavor of oatmeal available in the little outdoor kitchen.
I noticed you stayed away from any mention of any sort of meat.
Hey, so here's a fun thing that I actually included in the rules itself. This is a thing. There's like a number of things that I listed out that are like, these are aspects of the Pokemon world that are really heavily implied but never outright stated.
Yeah.
So a berry can fill a Pokemon up for like a day easy, right?
Yeah.
Because it restores like that much HP of them a lot of the time. I'm pretty sure that plants in the Pokemon world are like have like way more vitamins and calories than plants in our world.
Huh.
And I think there are cultures that definitely do eat meat, but it's not like a delicacy, and it's definitely not the most efficient way of getting nutrients.
We're all vegetarians.
Like everyone is vegetarian because it's just easier to be, because like you can eat like a handful of berries and somehow that's like a meal. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think that a human could do like one salad and one smoothie would be enough for them for maybe like an entire day, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, there's not any reason to eat meat really, because like plants are so like super nutritious and they're like everywhere.
You know what? But we're still gonna drink moo moo milk.
True.
Sure.
But
'Cause
that
it's-
must
'cause
be
there's
chock full
tank
of
milk.
vitamins too.
Yeah. Exactly, because moo moos probably just eat the grass, which is like
OP.
yeah. In this universe. So Garrett is going to explain to you how, and by Garrett I mean me, to you as the players, but also in character, but also not, how contests work, and then he's going to give you a few hours before to like figure out what you want to do for them, and then we're going to do contests at noon sharply in game. So the way that a contest work is that there are 3 rounds that each have 2 categories that your Pokemon is judged by. So round 1 is a visual competition, where Pokemon are judged on their appearance and posture, and they're allowed 1 accessory to bring in to like help them style it up. Round 2 is a performance competition where they are judged on on how well they perform at a single trick and how complex the trick they are performing is. So that's like, you know, doing a backflip or the Charleston or like whatever. And then round 3 is an appeal competition where each Pokemon performs one of their moves in as stylish a manner as possible and are judged on both the quality of execution and like the extra flair that they added to it. So for each round, you're going to basically say how you coach or how you prepare your Pokemon for that particular round. If you want to try to make sure that they only succeed at 1 and you're just going to sort of like ditch the other category, you get to roll 2 dice. If you're going to try to make them succeed at both, you only get to roll 1. How you coach them is going to determine what kind of like skill check it is, basically. And then the final test is so there's going to be 3 judges, which in this case are going to be Garrett, Lila, and Chrissy. Every judge has certain approaches that they are going to score higher. So they will have, so there are 5 possible approaches: cute, clever, tough, beautiful, and cool. If you pick an approach that a judge likes, they will give you a bonus point for it. And if you pick their favorite approach, whatever it may be, they will actually give, even if you fail one of the categories, they will give you a point for it anyway, in addition. So in trying to prepare ways you can go about, you can try to figure out what each judge's preferences are and try to like go ham into that. But obviously, if you're doing a certain approach, that might also change what skill check it is that you're trying to do for the thing. That was a lot. Does everyone kind of have an idea of what? Okay.
I think so.
You said something about rolling 1 dice or 2 dice depending on.
It's if you want. So each, remember how there's 2 categories for each competition. If you want, you roll
category.
So like visual competition is appearance and posture, for example.
Oh, okay, got it.
If you want to get a point for both, you only roll 1 die. If you want to make sure that you get a point for 1, you get to roll 2.
Gotcha.
So yeah. So yeah, how does everybody start going around preparing for? What does everyone try to do in preparation for the contest?
My Trigo and I don't know each other very well. It hasn't been very long.
Okay.
So I think I had him for maybe a week before coming here.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to talk him through it. I have a nice pink ribbon that I tie around his neck, and he doesn't really
You
like
just
it.
brought with you?
Yeah, I just have some ribbon. I'm a
Okay.
crafty guy. I like to be ready.
Mhm.
Never know when somebody's gonna need a craft project.
Okay.
But I'm just like, hey man, look. So listen here, all right? You gotta look prim. You gotta look postured. You gotta look like a man, Pokemon of class. So let's do this walk again. And I'm just coaching him through like a
How cooperative is your Trico being?
He's trying.
Okay.
He's being a good boy.
Bart,
Yeah.
I saw you have ribbon. Do you have like bells?
I do have bells.
Are they shiny?
They are very shiny here.
Can I have? Thank you.
How many do you need?
2. Thank you.
You know what? You said that you're like a crafty guy, right?
I'm a crafty guy.
I'm gonna
In more ways than one.
Make like a tricky 2 dice style roll. I want to
Okay.
find out what the quality of your bells and ribbons and stuff.
Oh no.
actually are.
Okay,
Roll good, Matan.
I got a 7 and a 1.
So you're
the
just,
one-
all in a neutral roll. All you're looking for is to get equal or under your skill.
Okay, then I did
So
that.
a 1 is a definite success.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you do this as like a hobby of yours. These are actually like decently well made. They're made out of like craft supplies. Like the bell is probably it's probably not like fully metal. It's got like the little like ball is metal, and it has like metal plates attached to like maybe a paper or plastic inside that it bangs against. But
It just has to look pretty and make a sound.
yeah, there you go. It's probably coated in like aluminum foil on the outside or
Right.
something to make it like look shiny, even though it's not.
Mm.
Shiny. Okay. Who else knows what they want to do to prepare?
I'm just gonna go. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
No, you go first.
Okay. I'm gonna go around and collect a lot of flowers. I'm gonna find as many flowers as I can, and I'm gonna start putting them all over Pip.
No.
And I'm gonna tell Pip, I'm like, you are just so adorable. They're gonna go crazy when they see you like this, and then you're gonna do your thing, and you're gonna do some penguin cute stuff, and I'm gonna throw some flowers, and everyone's heart's gonna go, oh, and we're gonna win this. Ooh, just hit my computer.
Excellent. All right.
I will go next.
yeah.
I tie the 2 bells
Mhm.
to Hamlet's tail, and so there's like 3 of them, and they go jingle when he goes jingle.
Mhm.
And then for my backpack, like I settle down like picnic style. We could get a blanket near the fire, of course, and I pull out from my backpack like 3 training books that like they sell at Barnes and Nobles. And I'm just like, okay, Hamlet, the book says that tepigs, your tepig, are normally like this. So we're gonna try that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just gonna like walk him through how to walk nice and look cute and
Yeah.
stylish and cool.
Like how a pig does.
Yeah.
So you're so like how tepigs normally are. So you're basically being like act natural.
Ugh.
Well, I'm like showing him the book, like, hey, look like that pig, and like, and then like I'll walk on, like I'll pretend I'm a pig, and I'll walk on my hands and knees, and trying to follow. We're doing some research.
All right. Sounds.
How to be good at competition 101.
Sounds good. All right. What's Dilly up to?
So you come into the scene, and Dilly is picking up rocks, and he just kind of looks at little bud, and he's like, you don't need nothing to look better, and we got this in the bag, but you know what we do need? Paint. And so we're gonna we're gonna go to the tool shed.
Okay.
Are the rocks to like bust open the lock or something?
we'll see what happens. So I go to the tool shed. What's the situation with this tool?
It's just like an old shed. It's got like a padlock on it. It maybe has some like. Would they bother? Garrett probably would not have bothered to put windows into this because it's like literally just storage.
I'm gonna scope the place out, see if there's any insecurities in the wood.
It's like pretty stable. There might be places that are like patched up, but they're patched up with like quality. Garrett's like a kind of a handyman. So
right.
this is
well
taken care of.
Then if people can have craft supplies in their backpack, Dilly has nothing. He has nothing but like all he has with him in his backpack is lock picks.
Okay. So we're
gonna make 30 lockpicks.
We're gonna make a hard misbehavior roll. So that's 1 die, and we're gonna see what Dilly thinks lockpick means. Basically,
I keep rolling too good.
You mean bad?
Well, you know,
by lockpicks, what you mean are like some neat twigs that you found.
Yep, that's it. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna use my neat twigs and rocks, and I'm gonna open this padlock. This is gonna be a hard misbehavior, also.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right. That's under my misbehavior.
What's
score.
the roll?
Right.
What's the number?
So
7.
you don't succeed by lock picking it. What happens is after eventually figuring out what it is that you are trying to do, your Sableye is just going to like break the lock off and sort of look at you like, is that what that was? Is this what we were trying to do here?
Together we did it. And
that's gonna make enough noise for Garrett to notice, however. So he
don't look at me.
He's gonna come over and what are you doing there, kiddo? Did you want into the tool shed?
Yeah, I'm getting paint. Well, I tried that. I tried asking and it didn't work. So I'm breaking in.
Now listen here, young man.
I kicked the door in.
It opens the other way, so that does nothing. Breaking into places is extremely naughty. You're not supposed to go to places that you're not supposed to go to. I'm surprised that I have to explain this to a fine young lad such as yourself.
You don't.
Now, is there something in here that you were looking for the contest? Is that
paint?
Paint. All right. Well, let's see. So there's just some like probably just like white, like really old white paint.
Shitty
around.
paint.
Yeah. That's it.
Not art paint, painting paint.
Yeah.
You got any red in there also?
Garrett fumbles around for a little while and then goes no.
Okay, well, thank you, and I take the white paint.
All right. Garrett is motions to his granddaughters to like keep an eye on you to make sure that you are painting like your Pokemon or at worst yourself and not like other campers or parts of the camp or anything.
I go back to the kitchen and I get some red berries.
Okay.
And I dip all the rocks that I had been collecting into the white paint, and then I'm going to use berries to put red on the top half of them so they all look like Pokeballs.
Oh, okay. Sure. Look like is a strong phrase for this operation, but as good as a 6-year-old can do, I would say.
And that's all it is.
All right.
Look like Pokeballs.
So all of you do your various coachings and your collecting of materials and things for your Pokemon, and then it is time to do the competitions. So first up is going to be the visual competition. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go around to each of you and ask you what it is that you're doing and what of the 5 approaches you're trying to have your Pokemon express with it, and whether you are going to try to score in 2 categories or 1. And then you describe what your aim is, and then I'm going to tell you what to roll, and we're going to see how that goes. So let's go ahead and go clockwise and start out with the Trico. So first up is the visual competition, where you are judged on your appearance and posture and allowed one accessory. So
yes. So as mentioned, my Trico is wearing a nice like sort of a pink ribbon tied in a bow around his neck. What else do I have to do for this?
So which of the 5 approaches are you wanting to do, and how are you going to, and basically how are you coaching your Pokemon in performing that approach?
And I'm sorry, what are the 5 approaches?
Yeah, the five approaches are beautiful, cute, clever, cool, and tough.
Beautiful, I think, is what I'm doing.
Okay. And are you so in that case, and basically, so are you, and you were like practicing your walk and you made the ribbon. So
yes, and I'm coaching my Trico. Basically, I want to get like a runway model walk.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's going to be your style, because it's going to be based off of like how well Bart actually knows how a runway model walk would go. Okay. So now the other thing is, do you want to try to score in both appearance and posture, or just one?
I'm going to try for both.
Okay, so that's going to be 1 die.
Come on.
And you're just trying to get under, equal or under.
Damn it, I did not get under.
Okay. But you chose, let's see. So the judges, after deliberation, Lila is really impressed by the bow. But your Trico, you ended up being a little bit too sort of like subtle in your coaching. All the judges just kind of feel like your hero just looks like it's walking, like it just like walks and then it turns around and then walks the other way.
Gotcha.
Like, what was that exactly? So you do get 1 point from Lila for the bow, but that's sort of, everyone else is sort of like, Garrett's like, good try.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Dilly.
We cordially invite ourselves out of this contest. Goodbye. And Dilly and Sableye both do like a little bow.
Garrett is like, oh, come now. You spent all that time preparing. You may as well give it a shot. It's just a friendly competition. There's not even a prize here or anything. Go for it.
I did it. That was it.
Oh. Okay, so are you going to try to do a bow that's like super fancy, or are you literally?
Nope. Like we're just in unison, so it's kind of creepy looking, but it's like.
I will actually allow a roll for this, I guess. I'm going to say that you're trying to score on both of those, so it's going to be 1 die.
Yeah.
What approach? Well, I'm going to say what approach this is, because this is some nonsense. I'm going to go with aloofness is most commonly related to coolness. I'm going to go with cool.
Okay. What stat is that?
This is gonna be actually, for cool. This is gonna be misbehavior, because you're basically just trying to ignore the rules.
That's underneath, yeah.
Damn.
Okay. So, Garrett is like, well, I suppose that was a very impressive bow, young lad. It technically fulfills all of the requirements, and Lila is like has like a little book and is like perfect 90-degree angles, like for exact timing, like the distance to the earth, the perfect bow. And Chrissy is like, that was ridiculous, that was stupid, that was quick, I loved it. So yeah, that is going to be how many points? Wait, So Chrissy gives you full marks, actually.
Wow.
The others give you 2 each.
Gotcha.
Amazing.
Ew.
Yep.
Wow.
Because if you nail the die, if you go for both categories and you nail the one die roll, then it's 2 points right there. So
Mhm.
it's an all or nothing roll, basically. All right.
Wait. So, oh, I see. So it's you roll 2 die for 1 point or 1 die for 2 points.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Willow and Pip.
So Willow, I'm Willow. Pip
Yep.
is covered in flowers, just
Uh-huh.
like from head to toe. There's flowers everywhere. And then I'm gonna lean down to Pip. I'm gonna be like, okay, you can do this, just like I told you.
Mhm.
And I have a water bottle. You know when you take a water bottle and like you poke a hole in the lid and then you squeeze it and then water like
Uh-huh.
that's what I have. And I have that ready. And I have some flowers in my pocket. And I'm like, okay, now Pip. And I squeeze that and I throw some flowers. And Pip just slides forward, stands up, just kind of like shows himself off, and then slides back.
All
Wow.
right.
That was dope.
That's amazing. Yeah, I love
That's
it.
that's pretty good. What approach are you gonna say this is? Because
Oh, I'm really cute.
this is going for cute. Okay, definitely. And then do you want to try to get 2 points or 1 point?
I'll try for 2 points.
All right. So 1 die for style, I would say.
Oh boy, my style's low.
Oh,
My
is
style
that?
is 4.
yeah.
Whoa.
Did it.
Yeah.
So let's see for cute. All right. Lila and Garrett are just both like in awe of this performance. Chrissy clearly liked it, but is trying to like not show that she liked it, basically.
Right.
So you get 3 points from Garrett and Lila and 2 points from Chrissy. She can't begrudge you too much.
Is it 3 points each or 3 points total?
Each. So each judge has 3 points that they can award.
Mhm.
Basically. Yeah.
Pip comes over to me and I give him a little high five. I'm like, yes.
It's all right. There's two more competitions after this. You can make up
True.
for it.
I forget what Piplup looks like. Can you take Piplup out of your?
Oh yeah, take out your little Pokemons.
Come on.
All right, Lottie.
Okay, so Hamlet and I are, backstage getting ready. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
you're gonna be the best Tepig that you can be. We read the book. We know overheat. You're gonna just like try and smoke it out. Just try and overheat and like make smoke and be a little fiery. Just make it real cool. I know Chrissy.
Mhm.
Chrissy probably, I hate her, but she'll probably like it. Just listen to the book. Just follow the instructions. I'll be,
All right.
coaching you on the sideline. We got this.
Mhm. All right.
So I'm
What's the-
basically just on the sideline screaming, overheat.
yeah,
overheat.
yeah. Okay. So I'm guessing this is going to be a trainer knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going for cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you going for both?
Mm.
All right.
Trying for 2 points, yes.
All right. So 1 die.
I hate my life. I rolled too good.
Uh.
I got a 9, but my thing
All
is
right.
7.
Well, the good news is that you were correct in that Chrissy did enjoy it. So Chrissy gives you 1 point just because she's like, sweet fire, something exciting. But Garrett and Lila are both like, oh, you did a good. Basically, there's like it's only like so much fire, but it's a lot of it is smoke. And it turns out there ends up being more smoke than actual flames, and that obscures the Tepig. So there's just kind of like a cloud of smoke that you can sometimes see a Tepig in. And so the other are like, we can't exactly tell what's going on. I'm sure it's great. It's just we can't. There's a lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of smoke there.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Whatever.
So yeah. So that's the visual competition. So the next is going to be performance. Also, quick thing I would like to point out when choosing your approaches, or when choosing whether you want to roll for one category or two, remember, if you pick an approach that that one of the judges likes, they will still give you a point. Or if you pick their favorite one, they will give you a point even if you flub one of the categories. So that can be a way for if you like roll for only, if you take the 2 dice option, but you pick the judge's favorite, you can still get full marks for at least them, just as a thing. Of course, you would have to guess at like what their things are.
Right.
So performance competition. So this is where you do a single trick and you are judged on both the complexity of the trick and the degree of success with which it is performed. So Bartholomew, what trick are you going to have Trico perform?
I think I'm gonna have him perform metronome.
Oh no, not a move. That's the next one. The next one is doing a move. This one is doing like a.
So what are tricks? Oh,
tricks
just
like a pet trick, like backflip, sit down, roll over.
Okay.
Jazz hands,
I'm gonna have him try to do a front flip, but then he lands on his tail and like holds himself up on his tail.
Sure. And what approach are you going to try to coach him into doing it with?
I think cool.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do the 2 die this time.
All right. So are you going for, this is all just a flavor thing, so that means you're going for either just complexity of the trick or the degree of success. So I guess this is kind of like complexity because of the balance aspect.
Right. Yeah, I would say so.
And I'm going to say style still for this, probably.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does lucky apply to these rolls too?
Yes. Lucky is.
I wish I had known that. Okay.
I said lucky applies to. Why would you not?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was special.
I fail again. I worked hard on training my Trico.
Yeah.
For that
today. All right. You did go for a cool thing. So once again, they're sort of like, hey, well, we could see what you were going for or whatever. You do get a pity point essentially from Chrissy, because she was like, hey, cool, man. Like that would have been neat if that worked. I was really impressed while he was in the air. Not so much after that, but
rough, buddy.
All right, Dilly.
I'm gonna play allergy attack on Dilly.
Oh damn! All right.
What's that mean?
There's the card right there in the middle.
All right. The target player has a violent allergic reaction to a Pokemon or something on the Pokemon, and will have a 50% chance of failing all rolls they make and all commands they give for the remainder of the scene.
Well, all right. Okay. No, I know exactly how we can make this work. So, okay. Dilly's like, again. All right. Well, watch and be amazed as we show you how to lockpick, and so I take out 2 cool sticks out of my backpack, and I give one to Sableye, and I give one to myself, and it's probably like poison ivy or something. And he's just like starts to tear up and just like it's all itchy, but it's like, look, and lockpicking in this situation is them fighting swords.
And due to the so what approach are we gonna go for here, and are you gonna try to roll for one category or 2?
I want to roll for just 1, I suppose.
Okay, so that's 2 dice.
And then how do we?
No, I want to do 1 die as well.
Oh, okay, you want to do 1 die. Yeah. Got it.
How do we implement the 50% failure rate?
I'm going to, after he does a thing, I'm gonna flip a coin.
Okay.
If what he did.
Okay.
What would you say this is? Athletics?
Yes.
Okay.
So
don't
also,
worry.
What approach are you going for?
Or actually,
cool.
Or
you say?
Aloof, or whatever the last one I did was.
Okay, I was what I would say. Cool. However, that is you're trying to coach in a command, which is also like a thing you're trying to do. So Okay, so you do successfully. I'm drifting Tails has failed. So you do successfully say for him to be cool in doing this. All right, roll athletics.
Here's the cool thing. My athletics is 1.
Okay. So, basically, your Sableye doesn't know what, like, you didn't plan for this or anything. Your Sableye has no idea what you were going for with this. From the Sableye's perspective, you just started like half blinding, like teary-eyedly going at him with a stick.
Oh my God!
Doesn't, like, know what to do.
Buddy.
So with which both Garrett and Lila are like, I don't think you should be doing that with your poet, and Chrissy is like, yeah.
She would.
And I think at this point my eyes have just like they're just puffed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's my go.
All right. Let's see. Wait, did I say, was the last one cool or did it end up being something else?
I think it was cool. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
You actually, oh wait, yeah, okay, I get it. Never mind. We're all good. For a minute, I thought that I failed basic arithmetic, but I didn't.
I have a good friend.
It's a deep fear of mine.
I have a
just for like, wait a minute, what the hell is 3 plus 2? There's no number between 4 and 6.
I have a good friend who's a math major, and whenever we're playing video games with him, he is always the last one to be able to do the basic addition required.
Yeah. All right. So Willow and Pip.
Okay, what are the categories again? It's cute, cool, beautiful, tough,
and clever.
Clever. Okay. I think this would fall under cool. You said there was like what were the water areas that there were again? There was like a water.
There's like a water pump, and there's also like a big like tub for washing clothes.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go. So I tell them, like, we're gonna go on a field trip to the big tub. I'm gonna take everyone to the big tub.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna tell Pip, I'm like, I lean over, I'm like, okay, just like we've practiced all the time when we're out practicing swimming together. And then Pip's gonna go in the water. He's gonna swim as deep as he can in this tub, probably not that deep, but then he's gonna shoot up and then he's just gonna kind of twirl and then land on the side of the tub and just kind of
Wow.
All right.
That's impressive. Maybe I should have played Allergy Attack on you.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, people still have cards.
Yep, it's true.
Sabotage.
Some people still have cards.
Hey, my ghost thing was real cool.
Your ghost thing was real cool. And let me tell you right now, my cards are not for this at all.
Okay.
Good. I'm getting nervous.
All right. So this is gonna be a cool approach. Do you want to go for 1 point or 2 points?
I'll go for 2 points.
All right. So 1 die.
And this is athletics, yeah?
I could buy athletics in that it's like you were like you've like swum together a bunch.
Yeah.
That's like you've practiced a move similar to this before. You know how to like tell Pip to do the timing.
Oof.
No. Ugh, it just rolled from a 4. Dang it.
I saw that. I was like, oh, you have this in the bag, and then
I know.
And then
Because I have a very high athletics.
Okay.
I'm so confident.
So what I'm gonna say is that basically, Pip does not stick when Pip shoots out. He just sort of like keeps going
Oh, no.
and just like slaps onto the ground. And both Garrett and Lila are like, oh, and like don't award points for that. But Chrissy is like, yeah, injury, hooray.
I'm like, Pip, no! And I'll run over, pick him up.
So you do get a point from Chrissy, but
Chrissy's the cool judge, man. What the fuck?
yeah.
Chrissy rules.
So if you haven't been noticing, anytime someone picks the cool approach, Chrissy just gives them a point anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nobody else does. All right, Lottie and Hamlet.
All right,
What
Lottie
trick
has
did you do?
learned from her mistakes.
Mhm.
So this time Tepig is going to do his best karate moves. Hamlet is just, he's gonna like swirl his tail and like try and like knock me out. And we're kind of taking over the lock picking atmosphere of like being cool and like combat. 'Cause Chrissy liked it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Hamlet, come on, we can do this. We can do this. We parkour all the time. All the time.
You don't want to make this tough?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like cool goes over with the crowd better, but also like it's not supposed to be scary like tough is. Like I don't want to be intimidating. It's just like one neat trick, bro.
Uh-huh. Okay. 1 point or 2?
I will roll 1 die,
Right.
but this is my lucky, so I roll all 3.
Is this, we're saying this is a trainer knowledge thing?
Oh, no,
Or-
athletics.
Oh, this you want to go
fine.
for athletics. Yeah, I guess you guys were doing parkour and stuff earlier. You established that. Sure.
Boom. I mean, I succeed.
Yeah. All right. So basically what you described just happens, which is a novelty for this round.
True.
So like Chrissy is getting like pumped basically for this. So you get full 3 from her. The others are just sort of like, yeah, you did all of the execute. You can tell that they're like not as excited by the just like your like rad attitude sort of thing going on.
Yeah.
Maybe Lila gets enough of that.
Probably.
Her sister. But you do get 2 points from each of the others. So
Hot, spicy. Thank you.
all right. So now the final competition is the appeal competition, where you just have your Pokemon perform one of your moves, one of their actual moves that they know, in as stylish a manner as possible, basically. All right, Bart. It's redemption time.
Now I'm gonna do metronome.
Okay.
So before rolling, treat this move's type as fire, water, grass, electric, fighting, psychic, dark, or steel. Determine.
Oh, you don't have to
randomly.
actually. You're not actually doing it on anyone, really. It's basically just like this is just like a role playing conceit. Like
Okay,
describe
yeah,
them-
but like it depends. To me, the element depends how it looks.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So should I roll it?
Yeah, let's just randomly determine. It can be any of the types in the game, basically, right? Except for dragon
think
and
so.
normal.
Fire,
So
water,
that's-
grass, electric, fighting, psychic.
So that's going to be a
steel.
D8. Is going to be the easiest. Let me just
D8.
get one of those
Yeah.
out here. There you are.
Okay, thank you. Let's give that a roll.
Here's our metronome die.
Yeah.
So that's 4. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Electric. It really would have sucked if I got grass.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what approach and do you want to do? You want roll for 1 or roll 2?
List them one more time, the approaches.
Yeah. So of course. So cute, beautiful, clever, cool, and tough.
I think I'm going to go beautiful again.
Okay.
I want to basically with metronome. I want to make this like extraordinary display of electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Not totally different from a Tesla coil. I just want to have this like really cool looking electric sort of blast.
Okay.
It's not, metronome I don't think of as a blast. I think of it as something like that you look at and like observe, and so that's kind of what I'm imagining.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna roll 2 die for this because I want to actually win 1.
Okay.
And what is this going to be, style?
I will take style for this if we're saying that sort of like what you're basically concentrating the most on is like make it look flashy, whatever.
Yes. Yes, finally, I got a 4.
So you succeed. Basically, since you're only rolling for one category, when it does the thunder move, the lightning move or the electric move that it does, the move itself is very, very flashy, but it's not well executed. It's like thunder shock that has a lot of light and sparks and everything, and then it's just a little. So let's see. So yeah, that is going to give you at least 1 point from everybody, and then
Nice.
you wanted to go with beautiful. So
I think it's particularly impressive that my grass type Pokemon is using an electric move.
yeah, well, Garrett's not super like he knows how metronome works. And Chrissy doesn't care about anything, but Lila is like, whoa.
So how many do I get from her? 2 or 3?
2 from her. Yeah. So, yeah, good job. All right, Dilly, what do we got for the appeal?
So, Dilly hasn't been able to see.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are up to, but this sinks when I can't see. So I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go again. And as he walks away, since we've established that portals exist, I think that little buddy is gonna use Trick Room, and like as I start to walk away, he like creates like a portal that I walk through, but I like turn around, like it basically
It turns you around.
It turns me around, and I'm just like back where I started.
All right. So what approach are you going to try to use for this?
Again, I'm just being cool.
All right, hold on a second, because that is an order you're giving. No, you're not.
Oof.
I'm not doing shit.
Wait, how long does
until the end of the
say?
scene?
Okay.
So as long as this competition is going. So instead, you are actually going to be cute.
Okay.
Oof.
I'm fine with that.
He mishears you. And then, so do you want to do 1 die or 2?
1 die.
All right. And how are you? I guess I'm going to say that this is, and based on your description, this is going to be athletics, because you're basically just trying to like not fall down and eat shit while this is happening.
Well, you know, the great thing about what's about to happen.
You're trying to keep your balance so it looks like you're doing it on purpose instead of it's just something that happens to happen.
Here we go. 1 in 12 chance.
That they shouldn't even be scoring you on.
Oh, so close. No, I fail.
All right. So yeah, basically, the both Garrett and Lila are still kind of like, oh, look at that. And Sablei's like trying to help him out, even as you get like trick roomed and like splat because you trip immediately upon spinning. You walk to the other place. And Chrissy just sort of looks like both of them and shakes her head like people. So yeah, that's gonna be
the worst day of my life. I can't even see what's going on.
It's gonna be, none of them have tried to help you with this also, by the way, because they're like, they saw you purposely playing with poison ivy, and they're both kind of like, he needs to learn. We're gonna turn this into a teachable moment, basically. Okay, so then it is Willow and Pip.
All right, everyone, we're gonna go back to the tub.
Okay.
We're going back to the tub, and I'm gonna talk to Piplup and say, "Okay, Piplup, you're gonna be super cute, and you're gonna use all our swimming skills together. You got this." And so Piplup's gonna go inside the tub and then just use bubbles everywhere, so the entire area is gonna fill up with bubbles. They're like all around everyone, and then Piplup's gonna like swim in the tub, hop out, and then like poke some with his nose, and, like pop them, swim back under, pop out, pop some again, swim
You're
back.
going cute.
All gone.
So all
cute.
right. So let's see. I don't. What skill do you want to roll for how you're coaching with this?
I was going for athletics there with the swimming again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll say if he's like quickly diving back in and out to kind of like build off the synchronize. All right, and are you gonna roll 1 die or 2?
1.
All right.
Oh, we got this.
Putting it all in there.
All or nothing. Oh.
Oh, it did it to me again.
Oh yeah, I
The
did.
soft roll, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
just for I don't know if the juju for this is actually better, but you can also roll the dice by right-clicking and mashing the roll button a couple of times to like flip it up. But like, yeah, that was a 7, so it's still not necessarily. Like I said, I don't know if the vibes are better.
Yeah.
Hey, that would have worked.
So the good news is what you picked to do was so adorable that Lila still gives you 2 points anyway, basically. Because she's just like, yeah, that, I mean, if like technically what all you were setting out to do was there.
Yeah.
And the cuteness does win. Garrett gives you 1 point as well, but Chrissy is just not like, you didn't what happens is, I guess, is that you put the bubbles out, and Pip keeps like misses every single one.
Aww.
And gets like obviously flustered as this is happening.
That is cute.
In this more, which is very cute, but also not a successful performance of the thing you said.
No.
All right.
We picked Mint to do that.
Yeah. All right, Lottie.
Okay.
Move
Last time worked, the first time didn't, so we're not gonna try overheat. We're not doing that. We're gonna try Will-O-Wisp.
Okay.
And I tell Hamlet, just do the move. Just all we gotta do. Because most people aren't good at this. Just get it out there. Just do the Will-O-Wisp.
Okay. And what approach are we gonna do this with?
Tough, perhaps.
Okay. How are you gonna make it tough looking?
I mean, I think Will-O-Wisps are scary.
Yeah, but
They're
you have to.
supposed to burn,
Your approach is determined by what your trainer is kind of like adding. It's like how you're coaching.
Remind me of the 5 things again.
Tough, cool, beautiful, clever, cute.
You know what? We're gonna do clever instead.
Okay.
Say, all right, you're gonna do like a timing thing with the Will-O-Wisps. Okay, you're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and you go back again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Okay.
3. We're really gonna emphasize practice, education.
All right. Sounds good.
Man, and while Tepig's doing that, a surprise Pokemon comes and attacks Tepig.
Oh my god.
No. Okay. It strikes at the so while you're doing that, which by the way, pick whether you're gonna I'm just gonna say this is trainer knowledge because you're just like trying to execute the move in a specific way. So pick whether you're gonna roll 1 die or 2.
Uno.
Okay. And then
do I roll it and then I get ambushed? Or?
We're gonna say what's gonna happen is a fungus that has been like noticing like this activity going on from the side is gonna basically maybe it just doesn't like contests or something. Who knows what this fungus's problem is? But it's gonna show up and it is going to use Sunspore on your Pokemon. So what is going to happen is first you're going to roll for like your success and everything to determine the points that you would normally get. And then we're going to have your Pokemon actually do Will-O-Wisp and see if it can burn this fungus. And like
okay.
I feel like this could backfire on me. Like if your Pokemon successfully gets the fungus, I feel like you get more points.
Okay, so I will roll for trainer knowledge.
Sort of like it's adding another step because it has to succeed at both.
Exactly.
I got a 7 on my trainer knowledge.
Okay. So now you're gonna have your Hamlet actually use Will-O-Wisp. So that is
that'd be power, right?
Yeah. So 2 dice, and you're trying to roll under your power and under your trainer knowledge. Or under and equal to, rather.
Under and equal power and trainer knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So your trainer knowledge basically.
Boom! 5.
Okay.
Did it.
So, while the fungus is just trundles out and starts doing stuns for, the Tepig adapts and does actually Will-O-Wisp the fungus. It does get paralyzed afterwards, but the fact that you did hit it means that you do at least count as having done the move.
Wow.
I hit it. I hit it.
So. Wow. Let's see. And then after that happens, actually, as soon as that happens, Gara and Lyra are like, "Whoa, that was great!" And Chrissy's like, "Mine!" and throws a Pokeball at it.
Wow.
Nice.
She gets it.
Nice.
Well, hold on a second. Where is a Pokemon?
So go ahead and put this card in your backpack, and then this approach was going to be clever. I think you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So,
Did I do it? No.
You do actually get full marks from everybody.
So that's how many? I don't math.
3 for each of them. So
hot.
Wow! Holy shit!
Yeah. It's if you choose an approach that everyone likes and you succeed, it's a big deal. And so with that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have 17 points.
Oh, someone was taking their own tally, huh?
Yeah, dang.
Of course.
I went into this knowing that I wasn't gonna do
You're
well.
correct. All right. So by a margin of only 4 points ahead of Willow, Lottie is indeed the winner of the contest.
Wow.
Hamlet, the smartest pig in town.
Yeah. But good performance on everybody. Dilly's third, and then Bart comes in last. But
Poor Bart.
everyone clearly did their best. And this was just to get you used to the idea of competing with your Pokemon. So bravo, Garrett. You're like, yeah, Lila starts clapping, and then both of them like nudge Chrissy without even looking. Like they just know she's not clapping.
Yeah.
They're like, and then Chrissy's. Yeah. And so with that, I think that we're gonna, after having that rousing little bit of competition, I think that we're gonna do the scary story for today, and then probably it's good time for a break. People think.
Great. Yeah. Call it for the episode there. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. But let's take care of this spooky story real quick.
Spooky, scary,
Which
scary
Chrissy does
things.
once again at the end of the day, bring everyone into, despite Lila's meek protesting.
But are there s'mores?
Yes, this time there's like s'mores and like stuff to do at the campfire wall.
Adriana, where do you think they get the gelatin in the Pokemon universe?
There's probably
They process it from refined sugar. I don't know.
She doesn't know.
No,
Comes from
insects probably still like exist and like
insects.
well, bug types, yeah.
Doesn't it often come from isn't it often a pig product?
That's what I
Is it?
thought.
I think it's made from like hooves or something.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
But I
but you
think-
could like Pokemon probably shed stuff. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's one. There's over 800 of them at this point. I'm sure there's at least one that you could get some kind of keratin material off of that it wouldn't mind losing. You know what I mean? Like a skin that it sheds or like whatever.
Well, even with like horses and stuff, like in real life, you have to like trim their hooves and shit to go around the horseshoes. So
That's true.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that's the thing about Pokemon all being basically magic is like there's almost definitely a way around almost any. There's for all we know, there's
Sure.
a Pokemon. There might be a Pokemon that is marshmallows. There's one that's
Yeah.
ice cream.
Yeah, there's definitely a marshmallow Pokemon.
We're just
Yeah. There's like
throwing
Marsh
that
Puff or
Pokemon.
something.
Yeah, you're right.
Still screams.
Yeah, well, that's what because it probably doesn't. It probably has to like shed parts of itself, like how we.
it poops marshmallows.
Or it poops
Amazing.
marshmallows or
Yeah.
something like that. Like there probably is unironically one that does
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
In a couple of years, maybe there even is one now. There might be one that just creates like juicy steaks that are well
Duh.
as like a natural product of some kind.
Wagyu-mon. Wagyu-mon.
Yeah, it's like a living grill, and it just sometimes opens up and like steaks come out.
Magic.
All right, so in order to streamline this a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have everyone do a misbehavior roll, tricky one, so 2 dice, and I'm gonna let's see. Now, well,
How do you
this is
again?
doing it all at the same time is actually going to be.
Exactly. How do you grab? Whoa! What?
I fail.
I also fail.
Oh, okay, that'll
How do
make
you-
things easier.
How do you grab 2 dice?
Oh,
Drag. Drag
So-
over.
There it is.
if you click and drag like an area over multiple of them, yeah, you can also control click 2 things as well. We'll do it.
Oh, I actually succeeded.
All right. So which die is your best success?
2.
Okay.
7.
Is that a success, Josh?
Yeah.
Dang it.
All right. So 2, 7. What did Chrissy get?
Chrissy's a bully.
Now, There's no need for name calling. Let's see. Chrissy got 6.
No.
So,
Yeah.
Everyone except for, so your best one was a 2, you said, Caitlin?
Yeah.
All right. So everyone except for Willow, roll spirit and try to get better than a 2.
Well, hold up. I passed with a 7.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing
Okay.
everyone's story. So we're gonna say that Willow starts off with her spooky story.
Okay, we're rolling tricky or 1 die or 2?
2, so it's still
Oh,
3.
thank God.
2 dice.
I failed that first die. Well, fails all around the board.
So what is your spooky story, Willow? Just like real brief. What's the general?
Wait, no, I got a 1, so I.
Yeah, so that's a 6.
I think everyone might have failed. Josh, does a tie fail?
Tie 6. So you're trying to get under your spirit, but
Oh.
over a 2. So
Josh, you got 2s, right?
I got
or
2
equal to 2.
2s.
Equal to 2 would still.
Okay. My story's not very good because Willow doesn't like scary stories. But
Yeah.
she's like, okay, one night there was a girl and her Pokemon. The Pokemon was a Piplup.
Was it a Piplup? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were sitting alone on a couch, and they heard a noise behind them. It went. And I turned around. I mean, the girl turned around, and it was her dad with a scary mask on. I mean, not her dad. It was some guy with a scary mask on.
Oh, wow.
And he went, boo!
Oh my God.
So I failed my spirit check. So I think
All right. So you are spooked by this.
yeah, so I think as Willow says, boo, I hear something from like behind me. Just like, huh, what? Do you hear that?
Okay.
I scared you. But yeah, it was the girl's dad. And it wasn't actually that scary. So don't be scared.
All right.
That's good.
Lila also jumps at this. Chrissy is like, okay. I mean, yeah, I guess that certainly could have happened at least.
No, it's not based on a true story. I would never get
Right.
scared like that.
Right. So Dilly, what's your spooky story gonna be?
All right. Well, since everybody keeps messing up all the scary stories, I'm gonna tell you guys a real scary story. So today, I was trying to not take part in a Pokemon contest with my eyes shut, and I couldn't see for the longest time. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that was probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. I saw ghosts that one time, but let me tell you, not being able to see was very scary, and I fell over and it wasn't great. But you know what? I can tell you something. When my eyes were closed like that, I saw the darkness.
All right. So your misbehavior roll is a 7, right?
Yes,
Can anyone make
No.
a spirit roll that
So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I'm gonna say hold it, and an authority figure is gonna come out and just completely disapprove.
extremely
of
opposed to what the target? All right. So
Scary.
so Garrett is going to like, maybe he was like coming back from the bathroom and all right, so he's gonna come in and he's gonna be like, hey. All right, he's gonna see how like frightened everyone was of Dilly's story, basically, or was like getting at Dilly's story. And he's like, hey, are you kids freaking each other out too much over there? Like maybe you should pack it in. Chrissy, is that what's happening now? And Chrissy's like, no, Grandpa, it's not. He's just describing what Garrett's like, I know how much pressure you can put on the youngsters sometimes. Maybe you better call it an early night for today. And so Chrissy's like, all right, well, I guess Willow wins today's spooky story one. She's the only one who got to finish telling one.
What in tarnation?
Time to go to bed all. So yeah, put that Dilly, put that into your backpack.
Also,
And,
BT dubs, you guys, we need to spread the cards around because Dilly has 3.
Oh no.
and that's okay. That means he's just gonna get a lot of boost during his.
Yeah, I know. I just mean.
But it would be nice if
Sure.
others of you had helped during your your training phase. It's gonna come up.
Dilly's gonna become OP. Dilly's gonna have like a level 100 Sableye.
Don't worry, I'm bad.
Max.
Dilly maybe needs the help.
All right. So that concludes day 2 of Pokemon Trainer Camp.
All right. Well, then I think we'll call it there for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. You can find us. Well, we're publishing this on YouTube. We're not publishing this in podcast format, but we do have our podcast, which goes up every Friday wherever you get podcasts or on YouTube with video elements. You can also support us on Patreon to help us make more content. We're starting to do more of this tabletop stuff, and we have a couple other shorter form videos coming down the pipeline as well. So subscribe to our YouTube channel to make sure you're keeping an eye out for those. Do you guys have any words you want to say before
Yeah,
we go?
I mean, by the time this actually airs on Twitch and YouTube, we will probably have quite a few videos of funny shit we're doing and us fucking up. Check out all our podcast shit. We're also podficking stuff, so if you're into fanfic, go listen to that. Like, subscribe, comment, go check Merrick's shit out. He does some I don't know where you are on my screen.
Yeah, so you should check out some of the other games that will have played together by now. And also, if you want to play any of them yourselves, they are all free on my Patreon. Patreon.com/onlyonemerrick. So
And this one we're gonna be finishing up, but
yeah,
it's really fun so far.
I'm glad. I've been having a great time seeing all of you get into the 10-year-old spirit of Pokemon.
Yeah, I love playing an Pokemon RPG is a dream come true.
Honestly.
Nice.
All right, well,
thanks for watching. We're gonna have part 2 out soon, so make sure to come back for part 2.
Yep. And we will see you then.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.